Hey folks, welcome to Bear Mountain today. I wanted to kind of give a walkthrough what happens to things in a hoop house when they get damaged by deer, and the miracle recovery that, well, it seemed like a miracle to us, recovery of our bean crop. Let me just show you what it looks like now, and we can show you what happened to it right after it was planted. It was about 2 weeks after it was planted, and they were just getting up to the point where they were starting to leaf out big time, and the deer came in and they munched it. These are Maxibel green beans. They're kind of a French filet bean, and this is what the bed looks like today. Today is August 5th, and it was about 6 weeks ago that these guys were just munched down. There was nothing left but a few leaves and a lot of stem, and I just wanted to show that they've come back and they really look nice and healthy. What we did after they were munched down is, the first thing is we tried to figure out a new way of preventing the deer from getting into the sides of our tunnel, and we'll walk out and I'll show you what we did, and you know, make sure that they couldn't get in through the ends. So once we kind of got that sealed off, the beans had a shot of actually making it. And the fertilization of what we did is we used Jadam liquid fertilizer. We used a grass, kind of a grass mixture, weed mixture with some microorganism solution, or JMS. So we did that 3 times at about a 10-day interval right after these guys got munched down. And I think that helped make a big difference. So some of these beans, we've already actually done a first harvest on it about 4 days ago. And you can kind of see where we've getting some new beans started right here. So they're actually looking really good, and the size of the leaves are nice and big and healthy. We've got no insect damage in here at all. So some of the splaying out is just me ruffling up the plants, and otherwise it would have looked, I guess, a lot neater and tidier. But you can see all the blooms. And so we're going to get a really good crop off of these guys. So one of the things we did for the ends is we used a fishnet that basically then is kind of strung over the ends. It's secured down into the wiggle wire of the actual house. And this is used to basically seal the ends up. So at the end of the day, or when we're not down here, we drop the ends of this so nothing can get in. Kind of keeps the deer out from that perspective. Okay, for the outside, what we used was we got some of the standard deer netting you can get at like a Home Depot or something like that. And this is 7 foot wide by 100 foot long. And we wanted to figure out a way to suspend it. So what we did is we took some parachute cord, or just regular nylon cord, and we strung it anchored at each end through the individual hold down ropes. So it goes underneath the hold down ropes of each hoop, and this basically acts like a curtain rod. Then what we did is we took these snap-on, these are used for holding down shade cloth, but you can get these guys at Home Depot too, or not Home Depot, but actually got them off of Amazon. And what it does is it clips the netting, and then there's an open hoop at the hinge, and that's what goes over the rope. So basically what we did is we suspended this net just like a large curtain over the top. So that's how we secured the top. So about every other hoop has one of these clips to it, which keeps the netting at a height above the opening. For securing the bottom, I mean, you could have done the same thing, but we didn't have enough of those snap clip-ons, and it wasn't as important. So what we used is we used zip ties, and we just kind of bunched up any extra that we had and then zip tied it to one of the ropes. So the actual bottom can be lifted up. So if we wanted to get access through the side, we can go down the entire hoop and just lift these guys up, and they stay suspended up, and then we can do whatever work we need to do on the side. So it actually makes a really good curtain, and it keeps the deer from walking in through the sides. And so far this has worked excellently. We've had no more damage, no more nighttime visits into the tunnel, and yet we can keep the thing vented, particularly during the hot weather we've been having. We can keep the thing vented wide open. So that's it. It really was actually, it didn't take us very long to net up the side. Probably took about, I don't know, a couple, 2-3 hours to do the entire thing. And we've been able to keep the deer and the other animals basically out. And that's allowed our beans to really, progress on. So we just wanted to kind of share with you guys is if you have a tunnel situation where, you're trying to secure the food inside or other plants inside and keep your marauding deer out, but yet still keep the ventilation going. This is really kind of a cheap alternative. I mean, if you looked at probably the cost of it, it's 25 bucks for each roll of the net, and the Fishnet was maybe the most expensive. But if you can find some old used netting around, it doesn't have to be Fishnet. It's just a heavier duty net that won't blow around in the wind, and that works out just fine too. And at this point, we still have access from the sides if we need it. We can push things up, push the curtain up, and we can still get in from the sides if we need to get in. And so we haven't changed anything basically from access from our standpoint, but yet we can keep the tunnel vented all day long. So it's time for me to get harvesting. Thanks a lot, guys. Stay safe out there. We'll catch you on the next video. Bye-bye.